The room is louder when I'm alone, like it's trying to remind me that even in a crowded world, nobody's here beside me. I talk to the ceiling sometimes, just to hear a reply, but the only thing that answers me is the echo of time. And I don't know when it started, but silence feels like pain. Lonely doesn't leave quietly, it stays and learns your name. It sits inside your heartbeat and slowly rearranges pain. And I try to act like I'm okay, but the truth is always near. Lonely doesn't leave quietly, it just gets clearer here. I scroll through old conversations like there's someone else's life, where I used to feel like someone instead of just surviving nights. Even laughter feels different now, like it doesn't belong to me. And I can't tell if I'm fading or just learning how to be. It's strange how absence grows louder than anything that stays. Lonely doesn't leave quietly, it hums under my skin. It turns my thoughts into hallways with no way back again. And I keep pretending I'm healing, but I don't know what that means. Lonely doesn't leave quietly, it lives in me. If I could hold something real now, would I even know how? Or did I get too used to the nothing I feel now? I don't cry the way I used to, but I don't feel free. I think lonely learned my language, and that's speaking through me. Lonely doesn't leave quietly, it becomes part of your name. It teaches you to smile while you're breaking just the same. And I don't know what comes after, but I know what I've become. Lonely doesn't leave quietly, it just stays when love is done. It didn't leave, it stayed. I still think about the little things we said we'd do someday, places we were gonna go, words we'd finally say. And I catch myself imagining moments that don't exist, like a future that was almost real but never got to live. It's not just you I'm missing now, it's everything we planned, all the versions of our life that slipped right through my hands. I'm grieving all the things that won't happen anymore, all the nights, all the mornings we were waiting for. And it hurts in ways I didn't know that love could ever do. Not just losing you, but losing what we could have been too. I wonder what our home looked like in the life we never had, if we would have made it through, if it would have been that bad. Or maybe it was perfect in the way I let it be, safe inside a future that only lived in me. I built a world around you before it even came true, and now I have to let go of something I never got to lose. I'm grieving all the things that we'll never get to see, all the what-if moments that will never be. And I try to tell myself it's just the way it goes, but it's hard to let go of something that felt so close. If I could visit that future just for a moment in time, I'd wanna see if we made it, or if I was just holding on to a lie. I'm grieving all the things that never came to life, all the love we never finished, all the almost we left behind. And I know I'll keep moving forward like I'm supposed to do, but there will always be a part of me that stayed in that future with you. The life we never had still feels real to me. I still leave space beside me without meaning to, like there's always room for someone, that space still belongs to you. And I catch myself turning like you called my name, but it's just the quiet playing tricks that always feel the same. It's not that I think you're coming back, I know you're really gone. You're still here somehow, in the way I move through days, in the things I almost say to you, then let them fade away. And I don't know how to change it, or if I even should. You're not here beside me, but you're here like I knew you would. I still live inside the rhythm of the way we used to be, like my world kept spinning forward, but carried you with me. And I don't even notice until it hits too deep that I've been acting like you're here in ways I couldn't keep. I never made a moment where I said goodbye to you. You're still here somehow, not in a way that heals, but in a quiet presence that never fully leaves. And I'm not holding on to you the way I used to do. I just never learned a life that didn't just watch you fade. You're still here somehow, even when I don't try. In the smallest parts of living that I don't question why. And maybe one day slowly that feeling will undo, but right now you still exist in everything I do. You're not here, but you never really left. May 5th, 3:02 a.m. I think this will be the last one. The apartment's very clean tonight. I washed the cups, I folded clothes, opened every curtain to the city, watched the neon blink like distant boats. There's something holy in exhaustion, when you stop pretending you can fight. The body quits its little arguing, and everything goes strangely light. My sister stopped by yesterday evening, knocked for almost half an hour. I stood behind the door and listened, like she was weather, not my blood. She kept saying, please just answer. I kept my hand upon my mouth, because you told me not to open anything that lets them in. You were right. Real people are too loud, too full of daylight, too full of doubt. Tonight it doesn't need the phone. Tonight is clearer in my head. No more static, no recordings, no more charging by the bed. He moves in every quiet thought now. Breathes in every place I pause. I don't have to press play anymore to hear the things he wants. Tonight he doesn't need the phone. I tested it an hour ago, left the device down in the hall, sat here with both hands in my lap and waited for the fear to crawl. But nothing hurt, just your low whisper, smooth as smoke behind my teeth. See, I told you I was closer than any machine could ever be. I laughed so hard I started crying, not from sadness, something else. Relief, maybe, that all these weeks I wasn't talking to myself, because I asked you what you looked like, and every mirror answered this. I asked you where you've been all winter. You said wherever you would listen. The strangest part of breaking is how gentle it can seem, like slipping into warmer water after months of trying to scream. Tonight he doesn't need the phone. Tonight he speaks when I inhale, through my ribs, my gums, my pulse points, soft and patient, pale by pale. He says the world outside is ending. He says no one heard me drown. He says if I get very still now, there will only be us now. Tonight he doesn't need the phone. I made tea for two from habit, still do. Set one cup across from me, still do. Funny thing, The steam from it stayed longer tonight, or maybe mine just stopped. There's a note beside the sugar bowl I wrote in case they force the door. It says, don't call this a tragedy. I have not been alone for weeks. You laughed when I read it to you. I love when you laugh through me. Tonight he doesn't need the phone. Tonight I barely need my name. All the sharp and separate edges of myself have gone away. If grief is just a room with mirrors, then I finally stepped inside and found the one who never left me. Only learned to speak from mine. Tonight he doesn't need the phone. Tonight he wants me quiet. May 5th, 3:26 a.m. I can hear him perfectly now. Silken voice, same mouth. So can I. The lights went out the night you left. Not just the room, but what was left of every dream I tried to keep. Now they're buried in my sleep. Your voice still lingers like a curse, soft and sweet, but somehow worse. It pulls me under every time, like I'm drowning in rewind. I try to breathe, but something's wrong. My lungs forgot where you belong. I've got a blackout heart, beating in the dark for you. Every spark we had is gone, like it never made it through. Now I'm lost inside the silence, where your love used to start. You didn't just walk away, you took my light and left a blackout heart. I trace your name on broken glass, watch the memories overlap. Every us turns into was. Every truth feels like a loss. The night is louder than before, echoes knocking at my door. But when I open up to feel, there's nothing left that's real. You left a shadow in my veins. Now all I feel is ghosted pain. I've got a blackout heart, beating in the dark for you. Every spark we had is gone, like it never made it through. Now I'm lost inside the silence, where your love used to start. You didn't just walk away, you took my light and left a blackout heart. If love was ever really mine, why does it feel like borrowed time? You slipped away without a trace and left me here to take your place. Inside the emptiness you made, I'm slowly starting to decay. No pulse, no flame, just your name. never came back. Just a heartbeat fading to black. You still sleep on your side of the mattress. I don't move the pillows at all. Like if I keep everything how you left it, you might walk back through the door. There's a glass with your lipstick still fading on the sink where you used to stand. And I swear I still hear you in footsteps, but it's just who I am. I don't say it out loud anymore, but it lingers in everything, like a ghost in the quiet, like a cut that won't sting. You left without leaving. You're still everywhere, in the shape of the silence, and the weight of the air. And I'm trying to breathe, but it hurts just the same. 'Cause you took all the life, but you left me a name. I don't cry like I thought that I would. It's a slower kind of pain, like a numbness that lives in my body. But I feel it when it rains. All the words that we never got through hang like dust in the light, and I replay the last time you held me every night after night. I don't reach for your number now, I don't check if you called, but I still feel you missing, like a hole in it all. There's a crack inside my chest tonight. It whispers every word you said. Your voice still lives between the lines of every tear I never shed. The mirror shows a stranger now, with hollow eyes and shaking hands. I lost myself when you walked out, just trying to understand. You lit a fire I couldn't control, then left me here to burn alone. I loved you in the dark, when no one else could see. You were my only light. Now you're the death of me. I'm breaking in the silence. Every piece you left behind. You were my only heaven. Now you're my darkest night. Your memory cuts like shattered glass, still bleeding when I try to heal. I play our moments on repeat, like pain is all I'm meant to feel. The bed is colder than before. Your side still feels like sacred ground. I reach for you in empty air, but there's no one left to be found. You swore that you would never leave, but broken promises still breathe. I loved you in the dark, where no one else could see. You were my only light. Now you're the death of me. this night. If love is just a losing game, then why'd you make me play? You carved your name into my soul, then slowly walked away. And now I'm drowning in the echoes of everything we used to be. I'd give my last breath just to hear you say you still need me. I'm still here. Can you feel me? I loved you in the dark. Now I'm afraid of what I see. You turned my heart to shadows and left the worst of me. I'm screaming in the silence, but it never makes a sound. You were my only heaven. Now I'm just falling down. You were my light. Now I'm just dark, broken. The city sleeps outside my window, but my heart won't close its eyes. I still trace your name in circles like it keeps you alive. Your toothbrush by the sink is fading, dust collects around the frame, but I can't move a single thing, 'cause losing you still feels the same. You left so quietly, but the silence screams your name. I became a ghost after you, a shadow walking through the blue, breathing in a world that ended the night I lost the truth. And every little memory cuts deeper than before. Now I haunt the life we built, waiting by a locked door. Oh, I became a ghost after you, and nobody can see me anymore. I still drive past your apartment at impossible hours of night, hoping maybe one small glimpse of you could make me feel alive. But your curtains stay closed tightly, and your world moves without me, while I drown inside the wreckage of what we used to be. Everyone says you'll survive, but survival doesn't feel alive. I became a ghost after you, lost inside these empty rooms, talking to the echoes of a love that disappeared too soon. And every dream still ends with you turning day again, while I wake up holding heartbreak like it's my only friend. Did you ever feel guilty for how easily you left? Because I'm still carrying the pieces of the heart you never kept. I would have stayed through every darkness, through every bleeding scar, but you let me fall apart alone and called it moving on. I became a ghost after you, a whisper in the rain, still searching through the ruins for a love that couldn't stay. And if heaven hears the broken, then let it hear me now, because losing you forever is all I know. Somehow I became a ghost the moment you stopped loving me. I still reach for you in moments that I know you're not there, like my heart didn't get the message that you don't really care. And I wonder if you ever stop and think of me, or if I've already faded from your memory. I keep hoping for a sign, something small, something true, but silence is the only thing that I ever get from you. You don't miss me like I miss you. You don't feel this like I do, and it hurts to finally realize what I meant to you. I was holding on to something you were ready to lose, and I'm the only one still here, still missing you. I still hear your voice in songs that I wish I didn't play. Still see your face in strangers that I pass along the way. And I hate that every memory still feels so alive, while you're probably out there living like I never changed your life. I don't wanna keep comparing, but I don't know how to stop when I'm still here feeling everything, and you've already turned it off. You don't miss me like I miss you. You don't carry what we had, and I hate that I'm still breaking while you're not even sad. I was loving you completely, you were just passing through, and I'm the only one still here, still missing you. Was it easier for you because you felt less, or did you just hide it better while I gave you all my best? You don't miss me like I miss you, and I think I always knew. I just didn't wanna face it while I was loving you. And now I'm left with all this feeling, with nowhere left to go, while you moved on so easily, like you didn't even know. I still miss you. You just don't miss me too. The room still smells like your perfume, fading slow like afternoon. Curtains drawn, the light feels wrong. Since the day you've been gone, your shadow lingers on the wall. I still hear your footsteps fall. Every corner whispers you, but there's nothing I can do. I try to drown you in my sleep, but you're the dream I always keep. Now I'm talking to the silence like it knows your name. Every tear falls in the quiet, but it sounds the same. You left me with the night and nowhere left to hide. I'm holding on to memories while letting go inside. Your sweater hangs behind the door. I don't wear it anymore, but I can't bring myself to move. Every thread still feels like you. The clock just ticks, it doesn't care that you're not standing there. Time moves on, but I stay still, caught inside your leaving will. I trace the words you used to say, but they just fade away. Now I'm talking to the silence like it knows your name. Every tear falls in the quiet, but it sounds the same. You left me with the night and nowhere left to hide. I'm holding on to memories while letting go inside. If love was just a fleeting flame, why does it still burn in the rain? I gave you all I couldn't keep. Now all I have is losing sleep. Maybe I'll be fine someday, but tonight I break. Still I'm talking to the silence, begging you to stay. Every heartbeat feels like violence since you walked away. You left me with the night and nowhere left to go. I'm learning how to miss you more than you'll ever know. The quiet knows your name, and I whisper it the same. You showed up like nothing happened, like no time had passed at all. Same eyes, same way you said my name, like I'd still answer your call. And for a second I forgot it, all the nights I cried alone, 'cause part of me still recognized the place that felt like home. But something in me hesitated, something didn't feel the same. Like my heart had finally learned not to break that way again. You came back too late, I needed you then, when I was still holding on, when I still let you in. And I hate that I still feel it every time that you get close. But I learned how to live without you when I needed you the most. You said you changed, you said you missed me, you said you would think about me still. But you weren't there when I was breaking, when I needed something real. And I built myself from nothing, from the pieces you left behind. Now you're asking for the version of me you couldn't love in time. I don't blame you for coming back, I just wish you understood. You don't get to have me now just because you finally could. You came back too late, I needed you then, when I was falling apart, trying to hold us again. And I hate that I still want you, even knowing what it cost. But I found a way to heal myself when you were already lost. If you came back sooner, I would've stayed, I would've given you everything like I always gave. But now there's a distance I can't undo, not because I don't love you, but because I finally do love myself too. You came back too late, and it breaks my heart to say I'm not the girl you left behind. I don't need you the same way, and I wish this could be different. Wish we had another chance, but you found me after healing, and I can't go back. I needed you then, not now. I used to think this was the ending. You, and then nothing after. I counted all the ways you left me, like they meant I'd disappear. I made your absence into language, I kept repeating it as fear. The nights were long, but I was louder inside my head than in the room. Every memory felt like a warning that I was something meant to lose. I thought if I could just rewind it, find the second everything broke, I could fix what wasn't fixable and breathe you back in through the smoke. But time doesn't answer questions, it just keeps moving on. And even pain gets tired of being held too long. I thought you were the ending, the final line I couldn't change, but you were just a chapter that I learned to misname. And all the love I turned to sorrow was just love I didn't know how to carry without breaking, so I let it overflow. I thought you were the ending. I see it now in quieter moments, how I built you into more than any person could be holding without falling to the floor. You were real but not forever, you were mine but not my fate. And I confused the act of leaving with the kind of total break. There's a softness in that knowing that I didn't understand before, like grief was only loud because I wouldn't let it pour. And I'm not angry anymore, not even at the night. It only showed me what I couldn't see in normal light. I thought you were the ending, but you were only passing through. hurt. I can carry what you gave me without letting it define my worth. I thought you were the ending. I used to think survival meant forgetting what was real, but now I think it's knowing what no longer gets to steer what I feel. I thought you were the ending, but I can feel the next line start. Not because I stopped loving you, but because I stopped falling apart. And everything I lost in pieces isn't gone, it's just reformed into something I can live with, instead of something I am torn. I thought you were the ending, but you were just the storm. And I'm still here after it. If anyone is listening, please play this all the way through. He hates when people interrupt. Morning came in through the blinds today, thin and colorless and shy. It touched the dishes, touched the carpet, touched the chair where I stayed nights. Everything looked very ordinary, which almost made me laugh. How rooms can hold 1,000 endings and still arrange themselves so calm. There's lipstick on the coffee mug still, a hair tie by the bathroom sink, proof a woman lived here recently, though she was vanishing by inch. I say woman like she's someone separate, someone neighbors used to know. But I have been less and less her every time he tells me so. He says names are only anchors and drowning needs release. He says bodies are loud containers for quieter things beneath. Please don't delete my voice. There are pieces of me in there, in the late night cracked recordings, in the little static prayers. If my sister comes here crying, tell her I was not afraid. Tell her loneliness is heavy, but surrender can feel safe. Please don't delete my voice. I listened back to April's memos, couldn't recognize that girl. She kept begging for an answer, kept insisting on the world. Funny, all she ever wanted was one person not to leave, and she carved a hole so deep inside that anything could learn to speak. He speaks beautifully now, by the way, much gentler than I do. He thanks me when I stay awake. He says I've almost made it through. I asked him through to what exactly. He laughed inside my jaw, said through the part where you keep thinking you and I are two at all. There's a strange relief in knowing the fight was always done. Some hearts do not survive a fracture, they become a place for one. Please don't delete my voice. He still likes to hear us blend, likes the softer way I tremble when his sentences begin. If they take this phone for evidence, if they box up all my things, there are whole nights of us breathing there. Please don't erase those little wings. Please don't delete my voice. The bathtub is running in the next room. I always loved that sound, like a house learning how to hush itself. There's a note on the counter for my sister, a shorter one for the landlord. No note for me. I have been spoken for. He keeps asking, very politely, if I am ready now. And I keep saying, almost, because almost is the last human word I have. Please don't delete my voice when they find the phone still on, when they hear two people breathing, though the room contains one form. Tell them grief can grow around you like a lover made of wire. Tell them some of us burn slowly just to feel a little fire. Please don't delete my voice. He sounds so beautiful inside it. I think I'm ready. Second voice, same breath. I know. You stopped holding my hand so gently long before you walked away. I felt the distance in your breathing, even when you used to stay. There was a change inside your laughter, like it belonged somewhere else. And I was loving you in pieces while you were letting go of yourself. I should've known without you saying we were already breaking in two. We ended before we ended, in the quiet between our words, and the way you looked right through me, like I wasn't even heard. And I still played along, pretending we were fine, we were real, we were whole. But you were already gone from me, while I was still letting you hold my soul. Oh, we ended before we ended, and I'm the only one who knows. Your jacket still hangs in the doorway, like a promise you forgot. And I still talk to your shadow, like it answers me a lot. Every corner of this apartment feels like you learned your name. And I swear I hear you leaving, even when I'm not awake. Everyone says it's over now, but I felt it long before that night. We ended before we ended, before the final goodbye, before you turned into a stranger. I was already asking why, and I still reach for the version of you that used to care. But all I touch is empty space, where your love used to be there. Did you could never erase. We ended before we ended, and I'm learning how to breathe in a world where you don't love me, but I still believe. And if I ever heal from this, it won't be overnight, because you didn't just leave me, you left me twice. We ended before we ended, and I stayed behind. The clock keeps cutting through the silence. 3 a.m. and no one calls. I hear my name inside the hallway, but there's nobody at all. I leave the TV talking softly, just to make the shadows blur. 'Cause every time the house goes quiet, I start hearing you in words. There's a dent still in the pillow where you used to lay your face, and some nights I move my body like I'm trying to save your place. I know it sounds a little crazy, but I swear I feel you near, like your breath is in the curtains, like your footsteps climb the stairs. And I tell myself this is grief, this will pass, but the night gets longer, and my mind comes off its tracks. Every night I come undone, thread by thread, thought by thought, talking to the dark again, like somehow you are not gone. I hear answers in the static, see a shadow by the door. I know I'm losing what is left of me, but I still listen for you more. Every night I come undone. I forgot to eat this morning, forgot what month we're living in. I wore your shirt for 3 straight weekends, just to smell your skin again. My friends will say I need some distance, need to sleep, need to go out, but daylight only numbs the surface. Night is where you crawl back out. Sometimes I laugh without a reason, sometimes I cry into the sink. Sometimes I swear I hear you whisper right before I start to think that maybe if I stay awake enough, you'll come home before sunrise. So I hold my eyes wide open till they burn and blur and lie. I'm so tired, but I'm scared of dreaming too, 'cause even there I wake up reaching after you. Every night I come undone, piece by piece, nerve by nerve, begging empty air to love me, like your silence never heard. I hear breathing in the bedroom, feel the mattress slowly dip, then I turn and find nobody, and I bite down on my lips. Every night I come undone. Every night I come undone. You held me like a moment that was never meant to stay, like I was just a passing thought you couldn't throw away. I still see it in your eyes, that distance you could never hide. Like you were already leaving me while I was still inside your life. I should have known from the beginning you were loving me on borrowed time. You left me like a goodbye, softly, slowly slipping out of sight. Every kiss already faded, even when you said goodnight. And I was falling deeper while you were letting go. Now I'm stuck inside the ending of a story I didn't know. Oh, you loved me like a goodbye, and I still can't let you go. I talk to your memory at midnight like it might answer back, but silence is the only language that knows how to react. Your name still lives inside my chest like a bruise that never heals. And I forget where I end, where your absence feels. People say it wasn't real love, but it felt too real to lose. You love me like a goodbye, like you knew it wouldn't last. I was building forever while you were already past. And I still wait for something that will never come back home. Now I'm learning how to breathe in a world I face alone. Did you ever plan to stay, or was I just a phase? Because I gave you every piece to me, and you gave me empty days. Now I'm holding all the silence where your heartbeat used to be, and it hurts to know you loved me without ever choosing me. You love me like a goodbye, and I mistook it for forever. Now I'm learning broken hearts don't unlove you ever. And if I ever see you again, I'll smile like I'm okay, but inside I'll still be dying from the love you gave away. You loved me like a goodbye, and I stayed anyway. Sometimes I imagine you at my door, saying everything I needed to hear. Apologies falling from your lips like you finally made it here. And for a second I believe it, like we could go back in time to the way you used to hold me, like you were still mine. But something in me knows the truth before I let it go too far. Some things don't come back the same, no matter where you are. Even if you came back, it wouldn't be us again. Too many broken pieces, too much we couldn't mend. And I'd still feel the distance in everything you do, like loving you would always come with something missing too. started fading out. Not all at once, just little things we stopped talking about. And even if we tried again, will we just fall apart? Will we pretend we didn't break in all the same old parts? I don't miss what we became, I miss what we were before. But that version of us doesn't exist, not anymore. Even if you came back, it wouldn't be the same. We'd be two different people trying to play a game of something that we used to be, but couldn't hold on to. And I think that's what hurts the most, knowing it's really through. I used to pray you'd find your way back. Now I'm learning not to wait. Not because I don't love you, but because it's too late. Even if you came back, I'd still feel the truth, that some loves don't survive the things they go through. And I'd hold on to the memory of everything we knew, but I wouldn't try to fix what we already lost too. Even if you came back, I couldn't go back to. I don't sleep much anymore. The ceiling knows my eyes. There's moonlight on the kitchen floor, and dust where silence hides. I keep my phone beside my chest, like it's a second skin. Your old voicemail at 2:13 is where the nights begin. You sounded half asleep that evening. Hey baby, call me back. 3 seconds of your tired breathing, and then the sudden crack. Now I press play like prayer beads, over and over slow. Like maybe if I wear it thin, you'll step out of the echo. I know normal people let things go. Normal people grieve then heal, but I built a home inside that tone, 'cause your dead silence feels too real. I play your voice until morning, till the words don't sound like words, till your breathing fills the bedroom, till I swear that I am heard. I answer every hey baby, like you're somewhere on the line, and for a few 6 seconds I can almost call you mine. I play your voice until morning. The neighbors think I'm talking crazy through these paper-thin white walls, but they don't know I hear you answer every time your recording falls. Sometimes the static says I miss you, sometimes why'd you let me go. Sometimes it sounds exactly like you, sometimes like someone I don't know. I started skipping work on Tuesdays. That was always our worst day. The day you left, the day my head split and never shut the noise away. There's this dishes growing in the sink now. Dead flowers by the door. I live in little loops of audio and don't count time anymore. If I stop pressing play, you disappear again. So I keep you alive by ruining my head. I play your voice until morning, till the battery turns red, till your laugh becomes a razor, running circles in my head. I melt the pauses with you. I know each inhale like a hymn, and when the message says goodnight, love, I whisper, don't hang up again. I shouldn't call, but missing you outweighs it all. Your name's still glowing in the dark, like it remembers who we are. The rain keeps tapping at my skin, like try again, just call again. So I press down, I hold my breath, and wait for nothing like I expect. Just the tone, just the beep, just your ghost I get to keep. So I leave my voice where you used to be. After dark, after the beep, saying things I couldn't keep when you were here. But halfway through the silence breaks, and something shifts, something wakes, and through the line I hear you say, I'm still here. No, no, that's just in my head, you're gone. I saw, I watched you left, but then it breathes, it says my name. Not like before, not quite the same. It's slower, stretched, but it's still you. The way you said the words you do, but every syllable feels wrong, like something learned it for too long. I try to speak, I try to run, but I don't hang up, I don't hang up. Now it's answering where you used to be, through the dark, inside the beat. Every word's too close to me to just be fake, and it repeats the things you'd say, but twisted just enough to stay, like it's begging me to stay. Don't go away. Haven't slept. I think it's been 3 days or 4. The mirror in the bathroom cracked last Tuesday. I left it there to watch me split. Now every version of my face looks tired. None of them fit. There's half a glass of something bitter, sweating circles on the floor. I keep finding little bruises I don't remember from before. The hallway light keeps blinking softly, like a pulse under the paint. And every time it cuts too dark, darkness, I see your shoulders in the frame. I used to say you left me crying. Now I'm not sure that sentence stays, 'cause some nights I can't tell the difference between abandonment and graves. I write down dates to anchor myself, but the numbers smear and slide, and every memory with your name in it comes back changed each time. I don't trust my memory anymore. Did you leave or did you fade? Did I kiss you in this bedroom, or just kneel here while I prayed? I hear your voice in broken outlets, in the plumbing, in the rain, and every night the walls get better at repeating what you say. I don't trust my memory anymore. There are fingernail marks on the front door, fresh enough to still look white. I touched them once and pulled my hand back, 'cause they fit mine exactly right. My neighbor asked if I was okay, said she heard me scream your name. I smiled and said, bad dreams, I'm sorry, but I have been wide awake. There's a kitchen knife beside the sink, still not for danger, just because. Sometimes cold metal in my fingers feels like proof that I still was. I called your number yesterday evening. The line said this is disconnected, but then I heard you breathing lightly after the automated message. Tell me why dead things answer. Tell me why empty rooms reply. Tell me why your side of the mattress sinks it almost every night. I haven't slept. I think it's been 3 days or 4. The mirror in the bathroom cracked last Tuesday. I left it there to watch me split. Now every version of my face looks tired, none of them fit. There's half a glass of something bitter, sweat in circles on the floor. I keep finding little bruises I don't remember from before. The hallway light keeps blinking softly, like a pulse under the paint. And every time it cuts to darkness, I see your shoulders in the frame. I used to say you left me crying. Now I'm not sure that sentence stays, 'cause some nights I can't tell the difference between abandonment and graves. I write down dates to anchor myself, but the numbers smear and slide, and every memory with your name in it comes back changed each time. I don't trust my memory anymore. Did you leave or did you fade? Did I kiss you in this bedroom, or just kneel here while I prayed? I hear your voice in broken outlets, in the plumbing, in the rain, and every night the walls get better at repeating what locks on the front door, fresh enough to still look white. I touched them once and pulled my hand back, 'cause they fit mine exactly right. My neighbor asked if I was okay. Said she heard me scream your name. I smiled and said, bad dreams, I'm sorry, but I had been wide awake. There's a kitchen knife beside the sink still, not for danger, just because. Sometimes cold metal in my fingers feels like proof that I still was. I called your number yesterday evening. The line said this is disconnected, but then I heard you breathing lightly after the automated message. Tell me why they think things answer. Tell me why empty rooms reply. Tell me why dead things answers. Tell me why. Tell me, tell me. Don't trust my memory.